The fact that you're seeing this video is you're currently unemployed or you want to leave your current job. 4 interview tips to crush that interview and get your dream job. Number 1. During the period you're sent for the interview and when you go for that interview, there are important things you need to know and prepare for. Number 1, you need to know about the company that you're going to be interviewed for. You need to know what they do. You need to know the products they sell. You need to know the services they offer. You need to know their branches. You need to know their competitors. You need to have an overall knowledge of what the business is all about. The second thing you need to know, the second important question is, tell me about yourself. Now, this is very important. This is where you show in, show off, show out, right? You need to let your interviewers know what you bring to the table. You need to tell them of your skills. You need to tell them how you made it possible for your revenue to increase from 70 million to 100 million. You need to let them know how you reduce the costs in the company you work for by 50% in less than 2 years. You need to let them know how you are part of the team that made it possible for their branches to expand from 1 branch to 3 branches nationwide. You need to let them know that you're part of the team that increased their customer base from 400 to 3,000. You need to sell it is very important. You don't need to leave any vital information out. You have to download it there and then. What you need to know before going for your interview is how you speak. Now, it is important that you speak slowly. When you speak slowly, you have the time to gather your thoughts, to process whatever thing you want to utter out. Nobody is going to crucify you for speaking slowly, but you might make mistakes when trying to speak fast, right? I've had this situation where I was in an interview and I was so fast during the first stage, and one of the interviewers told me that in my next stage I should speak more slowly, and I did, and at the end of the day it actually worked for me. You and I know Nigerian companies will not tell you their budget for that position. Most of the times they want you to even call a figure that is lower than the budget. So you should always say what you think is worth your time and your skills. Also, one thing I would advise is do a research on the organization and the industry. You can know what their pay range is. You can also connect with people on LinkedIn that work in that same company and have conversations with them so you can have an idea of how much to pitch during the interview. It might sound strange, but yeah, it is very important. You need to let your interviewers be comfortable with you. Now, this is very important, trust me. Then let your interviewers be comfortable with you. Yes, because sooner or later, they are going to be your colleagues in the same office or in the next office. So you have a duty in order to make them feel comfortable. Now, with these few tips, I believe it will give you an edge in standing out in the interview and, coming out successful. Good luck in that interview. Ciao.